Do not skip this video. Maybe this is the moment awaited by your life. Have you ever felt that there is something in you that has not fully awakened? It is as if behind the silence of your mind there is a force waiting to be activated, not a physical force, nor a force from without, but a force that comes from within, from faith, from intention, from will that you do not yet fully recognize. Today I want you to pause. Listen with an open heart, because what you hear today could change your life forever. You can make it happen, but most of us wake up every morning and are immediately greeted by fear. Worry about money, about work, about the future. We think that life is determined from the outside, when what actually happens is that life reflects the contents of our thoughts every day. That is why the morning is the most sacred time. The secret to attracting wealth without capital, without the need for insiders, without the need for inheritance, without the need for special connections. All you need is one small habit that is done with great faith every day. To autosuggestion, never heard the term. In simple language, autosuggestion is the way you talk to yourself every day, every time in silence, in the heart of words. What you whisper to yourself when you wake up. I am tired, life is hard, I don't think I will succeed. But the sentences are not just thoughts, they are mantras. And every mantra you repeat will become beliefs. So the question is, what do you put in your mind every day? Napoleon Hill advises us to write a sentence that contains our desires, the purpose of our lives, the amount, the wealth we want to achieve, and the exact time when we will achieve it. That sentence is not just a dream. It is a contract with the universe, with God, with your destiny. And every morning, once you wake up, repeat that phrase with feeling, with emotion, with confidence that it is happening right now. For example, I have a goal to reach 1 billion rupiah by December 31 this year by providing the best value through business. I act every day with passion, patience, and full conviction. Repeat it every morning, every night in a state of silence. When your heart cleans, at first maybe you will feel strange. Your mind will fight full confidence. At first maybe you will feel strange. Your mind will fight what? Maybe who you are, but don't stop. Because as you keep repeating, something starts to change. Your mindset, your energy, the frequency of your life. It responds to who you are, and you are what you constantly think about. If you feel that life is stagnant, it is not because the world is unfair, but because your thoughts have not been directed. Napoleon Hill calls this the definiteness of purpose, the clear purpose of life. Not just want to be rich, but how much for what wealth is. When you achieve it, in a way, what will you achieve it? When you answer pertanyaan-pertanyaan, you begin to rewrite your destiny. For there is no greater power than a man who knows what he wants clearly, with confidence, with faith. When you know the purpose, when you repeat it to yourself, when you act, although slowly the universe begins to move. Opportunities come, the right people appear, inspiration flows, and what was once impossible becomes reality. But remember, it's not about speed. It's about perseverance. It's about patience. It's about spiritual discipline. You are not creating wealth from the outside. You are attracting it from the inside. Because everything great in life always starts with the mind. And your mind is holy ground. So today, plant the good, plant the clear, plant it with love and conviction. Use this mind every day. Not once a week, not when you are in a good mood, but every day, because life does not wait for time, does not wait for destiny. You are waiting for you to rise. Click subscribe if these words touch your soul, because our journey has just begun. Are you still with me? If so, it is a sign that your soul is awakening, and maybe it is time for you to lead your life again, because your life is not determined by anyone, not by your parents, not by economic circumstances, not by the past, but by one thing, the thoughts you choose to believe. Every day, you are given the choice to believe that life is full of possibilities, or believe that everything is too late, and what you choose will determine your steps today, and tomorrow, and forever. Napoleon Hill said, desire is the starting point of all achievement. But make no mistake, not just any desire. What you need is a burning desire, one that cannot be silenced, one that keeps you awake despite the failure of yesterday, that keeps you moving even though there is no result yet. Think for a moment, what do you want so much that you are willing to sacrifice comfort to achieve it? If you don't have the answer, calm down. Take time today, be quiet for a moment. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what I really want in this life. Not for the sake of others, not for prestige, but for the sake of your own soul, the purpose of life, the purpose that gives meaning to your breath. And when you find it, Hold it close, write, imagine, feel, and repeat every day. That is the foundation of the power of the mind. Consistency, confidence, full awareness of the direction of your life. But wait, there is one very important element that is often forgotten. Feeling. Many people repeat affirmations, but without emotion, without vibration, without passion. Whereas your subconscious does not respond to empty words. It only responds to emotion. When you say, I deserve to be rich, but your heart says, how could? What is captured by the subconscious mind is doubt, not intention. Then your task is this. Make every sentence full of life. Say it with emotion, with faith, with shadow, as if it had become reality, because when you can feel your dream even before reaching it, that is the sign that you are uniting yourself with the universe. Napoleon Hill calls this faith. Not just faith in God, but faith in your potential. Imagine, if you truly believed that you were destined for success, how would you speak? How would you think? What steps would you take today? And more importantly, what would you avoid? Because people who have faith do not complain carelessly, do not carelessly compare themselves, do not carelessly waste time. Faith makes you focus. Faith makes you patient. Faith makes you tough. And faith can be created, not just inherited, not just given. It grows through practice, through affirmations, through experiences, small experiences that you accumulate every day. When you fail but don't give up, it says faith. When others doubt you, but you remain convinced, it is faith. And this is where it all begins. Not from capital, not from connection, but from the inner vibration that you radiate. Life is not mathematics. It is your energy, and energy comes from the thoughts and feelings that you feed every day. So stop feeding fear. Stop feeding doubt. Start feeding on faith. Start feeding on love. Been laughed at, once considered crazy, once cried in silence, but they did not stop. And today it's your turn. It's your turn to rise. It's your turn to start believing. If you can control your decisions, you can control your actions. And your actions are the seeds of your future. Every morning, you have the choice to live your dreams or continue the old cycle, and no one can force you to choose, not me, not any motivator, not your family, only you. So today, write one small commitment, one new habit, one action that you will do every day, without reason, without negotiation. It can be as simple as writing a paragraph of a journal every morning, saying affirmations 3 times after prayer, reading 5 pages of a book before going to bed, compiling a daily to-do list with little care, but done every day. That is what forms the new foundation, and do not wait for motivation to come. Because motivation comes from action, not the opposite. Do not focus too much on the results. Focus on being a person worthy of that result. Imagine someone who has achieved your dream. What is his routine? What is his mindset? What are the words in his prayer? Imitate. Live like that before the results arrive. Because the universe only gives to those who are ready to receive. And ready means being not just hoping, not just watching videos, not just imagining, but living your dreams every day. And that is the essence of all that we talked about from the beginning. The desire that burns, the faith that strengthens the mind. And that is the essence of everything we talked about from the beginning. The burning desire, the strengthening faith, the directed mind, the transmuted energy, the supportive mastermind, and the discipline that keeps it all going. These are the 6 main pillars of the transformation of life. This is the way to true wealth, not only material but also meaningful. And all that is already inside you. You just activate. Take care and guard now before this video ends. Breathe again. Then say to yourself, I choose to live with awareness. I choose to act with faith. I choose to be the best version of myself. If you really live these words, then your life has begun to change this very second. Click subscribe now if you want to continue to be accompanied on this journey. The journey back inside, the journey of becoming a whole person, the journey to the true power born from within your mind and heart. And remember, do not save this video alone. Share it with the people you care about. Because who knows, they are also looking for the same light. Life is not about who is the fastest, but who is the most faithful on the path. Thank you for listening with an open heart. I pray you find the courage to live your life